doing this idea, and I called him. He says, we can do it, but we got to convince my brother. So he goes, we're going to do a Zoom with Shaun, who I only know as a Hardy Boy. So he goes, but can we talk first? So before I get on, I'm saying, this feels like I'm two kids in his bedroom trying to convince his older brother to play with us. It was my first introduction to the family dynamics of the Cassidy brothers, but I thank you for playing with us and being here.
Thank you all. I'm a writer by trade. I used to be an actor, a singer, but I've made my living as a writer for the last 30 years. But I did not write anything for this moment purposely, because I did not know how I would feel at this moment. It is true that Mark and Patrick had to do a little cajoling with me because I was uncertain how this would happen and how I constantly would feel. I suspected Mom, as much as she appreciates this evening and appreciates all of you being here and loves her hometown, I knew she wouldn't get on an airplane. So I thought, how do we do this without Mom actually being physically present? Well, the thing you should all know is that Mom, backstage, while we were on and off the stage, was on the phone with all of us. And we were all calling her separately. I didn't know Patrick was doing it. I didn't know Ryan was doing it. I was doing it. What's happening now, Mom says. Oh, they're out there singing Till There Was You. I know that song. Yes, we know you know that song. It's your song. I share this with you because here's my takeaway from tonight, which goes under the umbrella of what everyone is saying about the arts. How many people in this room view themselves as a creative person? Any of you who don't have your hand up, you're wrong. I promise you, you are a creative person. If you're organizing your children's carpool in the morning, you are a creative person. If you have a garden, you are a creative person. If you're choosing the right tie to wear tonight, you are a creative person. Creativity is not only about the painter or the musician or the writer or the actor or the singer. It is about a connection to who we are inside. Dare I say, I think it's a connection to the universe and to God. And a friend of mine has a great saying, if there's no joy in it, there's no God in it. And I've never seen someone engaged in any creative process who was not connected to their joy. This absence of arts programs in schools, it's the first thing they seem to cut, music and art. And to me, it is the most destructive thing because they're basically cutting off that part of themselves, these children, that is connected to their humanity. And it's connected to everything they're going to do, be it a mathematician or a scientist, doctor, whatever you're going to do. You are going to be in a creative situation at some point. One of the things I love about modern medicine, I did a medical show called New Amsterdam for 5 years, so I talked to a lot of doctors. Modern doctors now begin a new meeting with a new patient, often with the question, tell me your story. Not tell me what's wrong with you. Don't tell me about this thing that hurts you. Tell me your story. Why? Because they realize that actually knowing what is in someone's heart is as helpful in healing that person as in knowing what actually physically ails them. And I say this again, all under the heading of this arts thing, beginning with children, beginning with schools, beginning with programs like the CLO, is so important to creating healthy human beings. Arguably, in a world that is so crazy divided, if we had more human beings that have been fed that as a priority, I don't think we'd be divided. I just don't think it would be the case. And you don't have to sing, you don't have to act, you don't have to dance. You just need to be connected to that God in your heart. And I'm not a religious man. I just know it. Because I was a kid who was very introverted. Yes, I had fancy show business parents, but I was an introverted, shy kid who watched my mother and father on the stage and in movies, entertaining people and making people feel good, bringing them joy. And I would retire to my piano in the music room. They still have one at the school I went to, and play for hours and hours and hours and hours. And Jack Cassidy, wherever you're sitting, I know you know this. It saved me, and it made me heal, and it allowed me to get up and talk to people like I'm talking to all of you. And on the heels of this speech I didn't write, I want to tell you that my mother, in one of the many phone calls we all had with her tonight, she said, if they're giving money to this arts program, $5,000 from Shirley Jones. So, Shirley Jones is giving $5,000 tonight. Feel free to match her. I know she would love and appreciate all of you for doing that and for mostly being here to support her children and these fine artists who have gathered to celebrate her. I love you all. Thank you very much.
All right, you did it. You had $50,000. A man is a promise. Katie, you want to play it? You want to talk to her first?